What is ASO? App Store Optimization. ASO is the process of optimizing mobile apps to rank higher in an app store's search results. The higher your app ranks in an app store's search results, the more visible it is to potential customers. That increased visibility tends to translate into more traffic to your app's page in the App Store. The goal of ASO is to drive more traffic to your app's page in the App Store, so searchers can take a specific action, downloading your app. Also, the App Store optimization process requires a crucial understanding of your target customer base, including the keywords your potential customers are using to find apps similar to yours. When you learn more about which keywords are being used, you will have a better understanding of the language of your potential customers, a crucial piece on any marketing plan, and you can hone in on your keyword choices. Why is App Store optimization important? According to Forrester, 63% of apps are discovered through App Store searches. This makes search in the App Store the most used method for discovering and downloading new apps. Recently, at Google I/O, Ankin Jain report that for the average app, search actually makes up the vast majority of installs. Simply put, this means that if you not use App Store optimization to increase your app search ranking, you're missing out on the largest discovery channel available to your app. With hundreds of thousands of apps in each app store vying to rank about one another. The amazing reality is that the majority of publishers are not investing in App Store optimization. So, here I'll give to you. ASO is your second weapon. Spend time every week improving your ASO, and you will meaningfully impact your app's ranking and overall success. For example, more than 2 million apps are available in iTunes Connect, and fewer 3.3 million apps are offered by Google Play Store. It's very likely that your app is facing a tough competition. The primary goal of App Store optimization is to increase the launch and the number of users. So, the first step to maximize your download stats is to get your app found by customers. How users find and download mobile apps? People are mostly hunting for specific apps in the leading app store like Google Play Store and Apple App Store, iTunes. According to a more detailed study by Tune, 47% in iOS apps are discovered App Store search. On Google Play Store, even 53% of the launches are triggered by search. Clearly, App Store search is the most common method for discovering new apps. What's more, the ranking position of an app directly correlates with the numbers of the launches. The higher your app ranks in a store, the more relevant it appears to users. Higher ranking apps also get more downloads, since usually don't crawl through and search results. Without App Store optimizations, you are missing out on the largest marketing channel for apps and games. Therefore, learning about ASO and investing time into can be your secret weapon that brings your long-term results. Curious about other extensions of ASO? What are the mechanics of ASO? Main factors: title. The keyword placed in the title should be the one with the highest search traffic. Keywords. To improve your search rankings, you need to know which keywords are relevant and used most often by your target audience. Secondary factor, total number of downloads. Your number of downloads are extremely important to ASO, but you don't have complete control over them. Ratings and reviews, also important and difficult to control. However, there are ways to incentivize happy users to rate and review. And let's talk about keywords in the title. Worried? With a sample of keywords, they look at the top 25 ranking position and calculated what percentage of apps had the keyword in the title. Those that did not, this provides a total aggregate score for the apps with a keyword in the title and the apps without the keyword in the title.
The apps with higher ratings rank higher in search results. This test was done by taking a random sampling of keywords and categorizing them by their frequency as related to result count. An AC keyword result in figure 10-25 apps trying to rank for that keyword median. Keywords are those that are included in 25 and 100 apps, and competitive keywords are those in 100 more apps. Do more downloads correlate to high App Store search rankings? Only the developer and the App Store know the number of times an app has been downloaded, since we do not know the number of downloads. The belief here is that average of the downloads to rating conversion rate is more or less similar across most apps. Therefore, it is fairly accurate to look into the number of ratings as proxy for the number of downloads. Tips for improving your ASO. Recap, let's look at the ASO factor and the methods you can use to improve it in those areas. Main factors. Title. Having a keyword in your title can improve your app search ranking for that keyword by an average of 10.3%. As a best practice, you want to place your most relevant keyword, regardless of the keyword difficulty, in the title. Secondary factors. Total number of downloads. Now that our good feelings have been proven with data, what can you do to get more downloads for your app? Improving your ASO is a great place to start. Beyond that, it is about marketing your brand and app to improve it recognition, awareness and appeal from App Store description to images, rating and reviews, and social media presence. For a great place to start, check out these 3 inbound marketing strategies for mobile apps. Rating and reviews. As we saw above, apps with higher ratings also rank higher. This raises a tricky dilemma. You want more ratings and reviews, but not if they are negative. So you need a way to connect with your customer inside your app, giving them a place to vent and talk directly to the developer. On the flip side, you want to get happy customers and to leave positive reviews for you. To reap the rewards of ASO, you need to invest time and effort. If you do, you will have a consistent channel driving traffic to your app. Being found is still one of the most difficult things for mobile apps, but it's a problem you can actively solve.
What is the difference between ASO and SEO? ASO is often referred to as App Store SEO, Search Engine Optimization, but process shares similarities like keyword optimization, backlinking, and conversation optimization. The main difference between App Store optimization and search engine optimization are the ranking factors, besides as ASO is utilized for mobile apps, where SEO for websites. Google considers more than 200 aspects and the list keeps expanding. The list of ranking factors for ASO is much shorter. However, many people are still unsure of which once placed a rule. It's time to put an end to that. What are the benefits of ASO? As you know that most users find apps researching the app stores, you probably realize that App Store optimization is a must if you want to get your app in front of the right users. In fact, many people argue that optimizing your app is the most effective marketing strategy for mobile apps and games. Here is how you can benefit from App Store optimization. Improve your visibility and stand out within the app stores. No matter how good your app or game is, if it cannot be found in the store, it is not good. So don't let your hard work go use and start optimizing. Always get discovered by relevant users. It is not enough that your app is found. It has to be found with the right users that are actually on a hunt for an app like yours. This is what ASO helps you with as well. Increase your organic downloads. A good ASO strategy is a great way to boost your organic installs and ensure long-term results. With regular monitoring and tweaking, you make sure your efforts are successful. Good user acquisition cost. Instead of spending money on ads, you can lower your user acquisition cost by focusing on organic growth with ASO. This not only saves you money, but also ensures a steady growth. Increase your revenue and conversion rate. Ads in-app purchase and similar way to monetize an app are just part of a medal. If users come to your page through ads and don't download it, you lose them. That is why ASO is a must. Grow your user base worldwide. By making your app available in other languages, you can find users from all over the world. ASO can help you take your app global. How does App Store optimization work? Once your app is developed and you are familiar with the basics of app marketing, you have to decide where to publish your app or game. You can do so on Google Play, the Apple App Store, or you can even decide to launch it on both. Both of the stores have the same purpose. They provide a platform for users to look for apps or games and download them. This does not mean, however, that they work the same. Key difference. One of the main differences involves the publishing aspect, whereas Google Play allows you to publish updates and make changes with virtually no time delay. Each app on the Apple App Store has to undergo a review process. The review cycle usually takes up to 24 hours and involves checking the technical content and design aspects. Apps on Google Play are reviewed usually after the app is launched. Another thing to consider is the different ranking algorithm. Although keywords are essential in both stores, they are evaluated differently. Google Play works similar as Google itself. This means is considered as textual elements of your app when indexed keywords. The Apple App Store, on the other hand, provides a field to specify your keywords. In some cases, it even gets them from your competition and category name. In contrast to Google Play, it is recommended not to repeat keywords in your title and keyword section.
Usability testing of mobile applications. Research shows that usability is key from the success of mobile apps. In fact, a common trend among successful mobile phone applications is that they are perceived by users as being easy to learn, user-friendly, and less time-consuming when completing tasks. Other researchers have actually identified a direct link between mobile application usability and users' acceptance. Mobile application usability testing. Way before you start thinking about what you will test and how, you need to devise a usability test plan. This serves as a blueprint from the actual test, and although there is no specifically set structure, it typically contains the following sections: purpose, goals, and objectives of the test, research questions, participant characteristics, method, task list, test environment, equipment, and logistics, data to be collected and evaluation measures, report content, and presentation. Usability test plan. Based on the usability test plan, it can be stated that in order to test the usability of a mobile application, you need the objectives of the test, tasks that will be performed, test documents, test participants, and test methods. The objectives of the usability test. The first step of any usability testing session is to set the goals straight. What questions do you want to answer with the usability test? What hypotheses do you want to test with the usability test? So, how does one set the goals? There are various ways one can do this. One handy technique is a variation of the methodology outlined by Michael Margolis from Google Ventures. This basically involves asking a number of questions to the app's stakeholders to explore important areas. The answer obtained from these interviews will give you two very important things: what the stakeholders already know and what they would like to know. Based on the answers given to the above questions, it is now easier to start identifying the goals and what usability metrics one should use to measure them. It is also very important that the identified goals are specific, measurable, and prioritized. The tasks that will be performed. Once the objective has been set, it is time to move to the next step, setting tasks. Tasks are typically just one sentence long and should consist of the interactions that needed to be performed by the test users. Example: register an account, sign into your account, upload a photo, accept a friend request. Instead of asking the test users to perform a task and make them feel that they are being tested, tasks should be converted to task scenarios. This provides more context from why the participant is doing the task and hence looks more like natural interaction that a typical user will perform with your application. In this regard, the task scenarios that are set should be realistic, actionable, and without any clues on how to perform the steps, ordered in a sequence that ensures a smooth flow of the test sessions, tied to one or more objectives. Test participants. The mobile application usability testing method that will be discussed in the next section is a user-oriented testing technique, meaning it involves real users undertaking realistic tasks that the app is intended to achieve. Although testing with real users is more resource consuming, this realistic scenario tends to yield more accurate results. Raluca Buidu from the Nielsen Norman Group recommends recruiting test participants will have been using their devices for at least 3 months. This will overcome any difficulties resulting from the usage of the device rather than the app itself. In addition to this, using the test participants on the devices tends to reveal more issues since they will be using real devices rather than top-of-the-range devices and fast internet connection that they are usually available in developing environments. There are several considerations that needed to be taken when choosing the participants for a usability test. Participants must be representative of the user from whom the app is intended on a device whose operating system is the one in which the app is intended to run, and be considered in terms of stage at which the application is currently in.